NRL Preseason Challenge Week 2, the mighty New Zealand Warriors up against the Dolphins, Go Media Stadium in Auckland. Teams have just been released. Let's take a look how these two stack up. Hey team, welcome back into the Warriorholic. Team Naming Tuesday. Pretty happy to see a lot of my predictions came true, but a couple of unforeseen changes there. So starting at the back, no one would have picked this. Taine Tuaupiki up against the hammer there. CNK, by all accounts, picking up a mild hamstring strain. No prediction on when he comes back, but you'd imagine that's 2 to 3 weeks minimum. So Taine gets a chance to step up and prove he's the man, ready for round 1. Very interesting challenge, big height difference, speed difference, but a lot of quality guys around Taine to support him this week. I think he did a great job mopping up a lot of what could have been tries last week. Look for him to step up and have a really solid game. Reassure us he's the man to take that position if we have any issues with Chance this year. Then on the left-hand side, we've got Dallin Watene-Zelezniak back. Bit of a worry there. Would he come back this week or round 1 because of a bit of a hip injury to keep them out of the Māori team? Stoked to see him back. He's up against Jack Bostock. He's only in about his 5th game here. Big, tall, lanky guy, metre 94, but only about 95 kg, so complete opposite ends of the experience spectrum. But from memory, he was actually pretty solid when he played for the Dolphins. I think he played against us last year in the first game, either at centre or maybe in the second row. Very big boy, lanky. But again, Dallin's experience should get him up over this one. Then Rocco Berry gets the nod on the right-hand side at the centre there. First shot, pairing with RTS. He's back against Herbie Farnsworth, kind of a rehash of that Broncos matchup last year that we lost. Rocco will hopefully have added a few more layers to his game and control Herbie. We know he's one of the most explosive and exciting centres in the comp. Really looking to see, does this mean that Rocco stepped up and he's going to be able to hold his position? Or does Ali or Adam Pompey take that spot away from him for round 1? On the other side, like I said, RTS, he's going to be up against Tessinu. Really good challenge for him. Tessinu, one of the most physical, hard-running players in the competition as far as backs go. A lot of speed for a guy his size, but RTS looking stronger, looking just as light on his feet as ever. Probably not quite as quick, but that step's still there. But the defense on the weekend showed he should be able to handle him, but it's a great test. So let's see how he goes. Moving into the halves, Luke Metcalf and Sean Johnson up against Katoa and O'Sullivan, an ex-Warrior there. We've got that combination of SJ's experience and brilliance, Luke Metcalf's X-Factor, up against the old reliable, very solid player in O'Sullivan, but he's had his injury issues. He's changed clubs a few times since he's with us. Katoa looking like a young prospect, but he was hindered by injury as well last year. Going to be a really intriguing matchup, but I'd like to think that SJ can dominate this one. Then moving into the forwards, great to see AFB back there. He's going to have a point to prove, showing that he's here to take us to a grand final and beyond this year. He's not already checked out and heading to Cronulla mentally. Up against the old stalwart and Jesse Bromwich, who by all accounts I think is retiring at the end of this year. So both of those guys looking to leave on a high. They'll be focused and looking to cement their spots in the starting lineups for the most of 2024. Hookers, Wade Egan up against Jeremy Marshall-King. Both high flyers in 2023. Both had their injury issues. But great to see them both ready to start the season. Hopefully they'll both be full strength, no injuries, because they're both excitement machines and the comp's better with them out there. Mitch Barnett, another rekindled rivalry up against Flegler. He got the better of us in that game against the Broncos in the semi, but Webby reckons we're faster, fitter and stronger. Let's see if we can be more confrontational with him. We need to get multiple guys into the tackle and stop him offloading, getting those quick play the balls away like he did for the Broncos last year, because we don't want them getting that full momentum on us. Then we get into the second rows. On the left-hand side, we've got Kurt Capewell, and on the right, we've got Jackson Ford. They're going to be up against Kafusi and the ex-Warrior and Ewan Aiken. No love for him after the way he walked out on us. Both of those guys getting to the back end of their career. They're not quite as energetic and swift as they used to be, but wily old contenders. You could argue, though, a lot of people think Kurt Capewell might be in that mould, but you'd have to think, his winning experience in a number of clubs gives him the slight edge there. And the young energy and the excitement of Jackson Ford, just got to get him to control those penalties and mistakes. And I think he can cement that spot there over on the right-hand side, and that gives Marata the chance to play in the middle off the bench. Then we get the captain up against Tom Gilbert. Really excited to see how Tohu goes this year. How many parts of the bodies does he come out bandaged up? You know, he had that hand issue last year. Hopefully that's all sorted. We know his knee's going to stick around, but the tape's largely preventative for him. I think he's going to be fine, but hopefully we get to see a lot of footy out of him in 2024. Rightio, I'm going to rattle through the whole bench here for the Warriors rather than sort of breaking it down into change and then like extended bench, because they're all going to get a shot at some point. So we've got Lasik. Marata, great to see him there on the bench. I know a lot of people would like him to start, but I'm really excited to see him come on against tired bloody halves. If he goes onto an edge or in the middle there, can he step up and be Moses Leota-like? I'm excited. Then we've got Jazz Tavanga back. He's got a lot of pressure on him with these young guys coming up behind him like Zion Maiu and Jacob Laban, Maleka Halasima, but also with the effort that the Bunty and Tom Ale put in the weekend. It's time for Jazz to step up. Hope he stays healthy. I think a fully fit Jazz Tavanga does add that energy edge that we need there. Then Bunty gets the nod there on the first interchange, the first 4 on the bench there. One of his best games I've seen in Warriors jerseys last week. Can he repeat that? Then we get into Dylan Walker, Tom Ali. Ali Lautea gets another shot. Adam Pompey comes into the equation along with Tamati Martin. So what happens with the centres? Do we just bring RTS and Rocco off as a combination? Do we look to bring Ali in there to partner with Rocco, or does Adam come in first? Really curious to see how that rotation works. My inclination is we'll see SJ drop off at halftime, Tamati Martin come into 6, and Metcalf move into 7, but who knows what Webby's thinking. Then we've got Chanel, Jacob Laban, Graham Taufa, Leka Halasima, and Setu too. All of those guys had very solid games for young fellas coming into the mix last week. I think all of those guys are capable of starting in NRL if they're called upon, so it's a really good chance to see them up against a quality Dolphins outfit. Then we've got on the Dolphins bench Mark Nicholas, Valence Tafare, Avarillo, Donahue, is it? I've got no idea how you say that. Josh Kerr, Ray Stone, Kenny Bromwich, Lemuel, Nicodema, Kelly, Wallace, and Fuller. 2 less reserves than us, but I guess that's a cost thing, or maybe not wanting guys to have to travel. Overall, I think the Warriors are going to be, sort of still hurting after that kicking that the Dolphins gave us in the last round last year when we had to rest a lot of top players. We'll be looking to step up, make sure we go into the season proper on the back of a win. I'm really looking for this team to deliver the same fundamentals we saw from the young fellas last week. Passion, pride, resilience, fighting for 80 minutes. I want to see us finishing stronger than the opposition. Show me that you are faster, fitter, and stronger. I want to see us be able to try and confront and dominate a guy like Flegler. We need to be able to contain a guy like Herbie Farnworth to prove that we're here to compete with the top teams in the comp yet again, and we're not going to fall off like some of the pundits are predicting. Overall, I'm happy with the lineup. I'm excited to see the young guys back in there, but really stoked to see a lot of our top players back in. Chance, my brother, hope you're well soon. Hope you're ready for round 1, but if you're not, Taine, you got it, brother. We know you're going to do well. Just on a quick side note, Zion Maiu is actually challenging the grade 2, which was going to give him a 4-match ban. He could end up with 5, or he could get it downgraded to 3. I'm pretty surprised, to be honest, because it looked black and white to me. I'm hoping that the Warriors have got something up their sleeves. Otherwise, this could be a long wait for the young fella to get back on the field after playing every game for the Cup last year. Let's see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts. Who you're most excited to see out of this week's lineup. Up the Mighty Warriors. Let's go 2024.